Hare Krishna. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Kalachandji Radha Kalachandji Radhe. Jayo Radha Kalachandji Radha Kalachandji Radhe. Jayo Radha Govind Radha Govind Radhe. Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Baladeva, Jayo Subhadra. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jayo Jayo Gurudev, 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 Jayo Jayo Gurudev. Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Jayo Jayo Shri Caitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Jayo Shri Caitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Jayo Shri Caitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki, Caitanya Caritamrta ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Caitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Praying at the lotus feet of my spiritual master, our dear Srila Prabhupada, and all the Guru Vargas, may I speak few words in the glorification of our dear Lord Shri Krishna, who is here, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For the pleasure of the Vaishnavas and for my very own purification, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Mukum Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Deenataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Kathanchana smite yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhaved vismrite viparitam syat Shri Chaitanya namami tvam. Hare Krishna. Right. So we are into a very important section right now for all of us. This is for all of us actually, like whether we understand about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or we don't. If we don't, we understand from here. If we do, our understanding gets better and deeper from this section. So I'll see how much we can cover, and if not, whenever I have my class again, I will again get back. Even if the chapter is over, I'll come back to it and we will try to read it and understand it. And this is such a beautiful thing. This is Rai Ramananda explaining who Mahaprabhu is. So from a devotee, we are understanding who Mahaprabhu is, who has experienced Mahaprabhu. As we have read before that Mahaprabhu, Rai Ramananda is Vishakha Sakhi herself, one of the primemost Ashta Sakhis of Srimati Radharani. And she is explaining who is Mahaprabhu right now. So there cannot be any ambiguity, any confusion. If he is Krishna, he is Radharani, he is concocted version, whatever doubts we have, this should clear. And I was thinking this is the most important section of Chaitanya Caritamrta. Why? Because if we don't understand this part, none of the Chaitanya Caritamrta, none of it will make much sense to us, because we will always be in a doubt. And the Shastra, if you doubt, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I make your belief strong in whatever you keep your faith in. If we have a faith in a stone thinking it is Krishna, that's wonderful. He will keep your faith in there. But if you think of some other demigod, if you want to trust some other demigod and think Krishna is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead, some other demigod, it's some other devta is, Krishna will make sure that you know that's how been revealed to you. So as we keep our faith, so if we have faith in, and similarly is the scriptures, if you have your complete faith in the scripture, if you have surrendered and you don't, of course we have our confusions and doubt, but not who is God himself. If we don't have that very basic cleared out, nothing else will make much of a sense to us, and neither it will be revealed to us. So I was thinking that we'll take it as deeply as my knowledge goes, which is very shallow. But still, because here is Rai Ramananda who's telling who is Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is Krishna, and also who is explaining is Srila Prabhupada. So two pure devotees are telling us the position of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For me, I would personally say, whenever I am in doubt, I see what Prabhupada said. And if Prabhupada said it, for me, that's the end of the world. And please pray for me. Please bless me and please pray for me that this conviction for Srila Prabhupada remains the same. For me, Prabhupada says moon is blue, black, whatever color, it is that color. I don't believe my senses because it's very impure. So Prabhupada said Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So whenever there's a doubt for me, I just see what Prabhupada said, and like a blind person, I just go by Prabhupada's word. So with that, we have been reading, this is a very elaborate chapter. Of course, it's chapter 8, Madhya. This is a talk between Ramananda Rai and the Lord. Let's see, where's my bookmark? And we have been hearing a lot, but different speakers come, so I was thinking that we will bring things together as much possible. Basically, Prabhupada will bring this back again, so I don't want to insist what has happened before. We have been hearing like when Ramananda Rai and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they meet together, and they, first when in the evening they meet in person, because in public they couldn't speak all the depth of the, Krishna Tattva and Radha Tattva, but in evening they meet, and then eventually Mahaprabhu asks, can you talk about Krishna Katha? And then Rai Ramananda starts from the very basic, which is not basic so much for us, but it's very basic in considering where they are. They talk about Varnashram Dharma. And then Mahaprabhu said, it's external, speak something deeper and deeper. And then at this point of time, they are done talking about Radha Tattva, who is Radharani and everything. And now it is going back and forth. And this where we will discuss how Ramananda Rai sees Mahaprabhu as Krishna Shyam Sundar himself. And then he expresses wonder, saying, all this while I was seeing you as a sannyasi, because of course he is in a robe, Vaishnava sannyasi robe, and now he is seeing Shyam Sundar with a flute, but the complexion is white, all the golden. And Prabhupada writes a small, short, but very profound and a beautiful purport for it, and very easy for us to understand. And that's when Mahaprabhu will first hide and then reveal. That's a beautiful section. So we'll go through so I'll go a little back so that we know we can take it as a section. Ideally from 260 to 291, this is how Mahaprabhu is revealing his form to Rai Ramananda, and he will tell why he is revealing his form. So 260 says that like this, they both, after they are done talking about Radha Tattva and how Radharani is the topmost devotee of Krishna, and for her how it's only pleasing Krishna is her only what do you say, only motto in life, only option in life, and only thing she has in her life is to please Krishna. And this we hear from Shikshashtakam also, Ashlishava padaratam pinashtu mama darshanan marmahatam karautu va yatha tatha va vedadatu. Whether you embrace me or you trample me under your feet, does not matter. All she cares is to give him the pleasure, please him. So 260 says that like that, both of them discussed Krishna Katha, and then eventually they leave for their respective duties and they come back again. And at this point in time, Mahaprabhu was already ready to go when Rai Ramananda requested that can you please stay for 10 more days. Lord being so merciful, stayed for 10 days. And these are the talk between them during these 10 days. Then 264 says that you have revealed everything. You know, everything you have revealed in my heart. It's not that I am very knowledgeable and I'm telling you things. It's as in the beginning of the in the chapter it says, it's a very important thing to understand that, you know, the Lord empowered Rai Ramananda to speak all this. And so he is saying, and he repeats this again and again, that I'm not speaking all this tattva. You are the one, Radha Tattva, Krishna Tattva, Leela Tattva, all these varieties of Tattva. You, Mahaprabhu, being the Lord, being the Paramatma, you are, you know, giving this to me in my heart. Like as a Narayan, you educated Brahma to create this entire material world. As we know, the material world, primarily it was created by, it's called Swarga and Visarga. Swarga was created by Lord himself. And then the Visarga, the details in it, like we coming into picture and everything was created by Brahmaji. So basically, it was Krishna, it is the Narayan who created the main thing and then educated Brahma to how to go ahead. Like that, oh Mahaprabhu, you have given this knowledge in my heart which I am able to speak. And then there are Sanskrit verses supporting it, saying that how the super soul within everyone's heart speaks not externally but from within. And 266 says Janmadhyasya, how Brahmaji was educated by, or given the knowledge in the heart by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. So he just goes on saying, and then he has this doubt, eventually, that I now see you appearing like a golden doll. The previous verse, okay. So previous verse, this is Bengali, I will read. This is 268. Mahaprabhu, Rai Ramananda says, পহিলে দেখিলু তোমার সন্ন্যাসী রূপ এবে তোমার দেখি মুনি শ্যাম গোপরূপ. This is where he is saying. So now the discussions are over. Please understand this as a chunk or a section where there's a conversation. Conversation is coming to an end, and now Rai Ramananda is seeing, because Mahaprabhu is about to leave, 10 days are getting over, and seeing that I don't see you as a sannyasi. And this is the verse translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Rai Ramananda then told Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at first I saw you appear like a sannyasi, but now I'm seeing you as Shyamasundar, the cowherd boy. তোমারে সম্মুখে দেখি কাঞ্চন পাঞ্চালিকা তারো গৌরা কান্তে তোমার সর্ব অঙ্গ ঢাকা. Please try to meditate on this. I may not be a wonderful narrator or a speaker, but the verses are very, very magical, and please try to focus on it. Now, I now see you appearing like a golden doll, and your entire body appears covered by a golden luster. Before I go ahead, yesterday when Dhamma Prabhu was giving class, and he said his friends came here, whoever would have heard the class, and they said they are beautiful dolls. So here also Mahaprabhu is seeing, of course they are not dolls, but from the positive side of it, doll is so innocent and so cute to look at, so you feel like hugging the dolls from that side, not the Rasa Tattva, the Rasa Tattva, not the Tattva, the philosophy. Of course, they are not doll, but you feel like, going close to them and do something for them like that. He was saying, Dharma Prabhu was saying that his friends thought they are dolls. But here also Mahaprabhu is saying, Rai Ramananda is saying that you look like a golden doll. Like, you know nothing of this world. Prabhupada's purport. This is a very important purport. Shyamasundar, all of Prabhupada's purports are important. Shyamasundar is blackish. But here, Ramananda Rai says that he saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appear golden. The lustrous body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was covered by the bodily complexion of Srimati Radharani. So he is actually black, but why is he appearing to be golden? Because he is covered by this luster of Srimati Radharani. We'll hear more about it from Srila Prabhupada. So, we went to that. Okay. So, now, at this point, Rai Ramananda is seeing Krishna, seeing Lord Chaitanya as Krishna, seeing him as Krishna, and then he wants to know what is it that I'm seeing you as Krishna. So they will go back and forth and they'll say, you're Krishna, right? And he'll say, no, I'm not Krishna. He'll say, you're Krishna. No, I'm not Krishna. And eventually he'll see who gives up, okay? So we understand Krishna is black, but why does he appear like a golden doll or with this luster? Because he has the aura or the covering of Srimati Radharani. How? We'll see. Tahate prokoto dekhi shobongshi bodan nana bhabe cholo Chanchalata he kamolo nayan. This is the roop of Srimati Radharani. I see that you are holding a flute to your mouth, that's Krishna, and your lotus eyes are moving very restlessly due to various ecstasies. So we see partially Krishna, glimpse of Krishna, and also glimpse of who is seeing Ramananda Rai of Radharani. Radharani's eyes are always like, look, and of course Krishna's also, but yes. But ecstasy only Radharani has. She is called Mahabhav, what is it called? Mahabhav, I forgot, there's a verse on it. Mahabhav Thakurani, Mahabhav Thakurani she is called, but there's something, closer to it, like it makes it, if I remember, if I recall, I will repeat again. So, এই মতো তোমা দেখি হয় চমৎকার অকপটে কহ প্রভু কারণ ইহার. So I'm seeing this. You are a sannyasi, you are golden, and yet you're Krishna. It's so confusing, right? And then he said okopot. This is a very beautiful word that only a pure devotee can use for Krishna, because he has the right or she has the right. So okopot. Okopot is like, don't be duplicitous. Tell me what it is that I'm seeing all this. Clear my doubts. I don't like this doubt. So you clear it. So Prabhupada says, translates, I actually see you in this way. And this is very wonderful. Chamatkar, like a magic. By my Lord, please tell me without duplicity, what is causing this? Why am I seeing this basically? Prabhu kohe Krishne tomar গাঢ় প্রেম হয় প্রেমেরও স্বভাব এই জানি হো নিশ্চয়. What is Mahaprabhu saying now? He's not saying, okay, yes, I am Krishna, you are perfectly right, what you're seeing is right, I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, etc., etc. How he said to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, he's not saying all this. He's saying, you know what? You have deep love for Krishna. Garo prem. Garo means it condensed, like how condensed milk is so condensed version of milk. So you have this love, but your love is garo, very deep it is. So what happens when you love somebody, you see them everywhere, even in mundane world. Rupa Goswami says that that's the kind of love when you see your beloved everywhere. No matter what you're seeing, even in a dustbin, you will see your beloved. So that's how the nature of a garo prem, or a deep condensed love, that you're seeing your beloved everywhere. So this is not me, Supreme Personality of Godhead, but your love is great. And that's what Mahaprabhu is saying, Prabhupada's translation. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, you have a deep love for Krishna, and one who has such a deep ecstatic love for the Lord naturally sees things in such a way. Please take this from me to be certain. So this is certain that it's your love and not me. 273, Mahaprabhu says, Mahabhava dekhe মহাভাব দেখে স্থাবর জঙ্গম, তাহা তাহা হয় তার শ্রীকৃষ্ণ স্ফুরণ. That's what it is. A devotee advanced on the spiritual platform sees everything movable and inert as the supreme Lord. For him, everything he sees here and there is but a manifestation of Lord Krishna. He is still not giving, he is still glorifying Ramananda Rai's love for Radha and Krishna and saying that's why you're seeing. It's not that I'm God. And we read this together. স্থাবর জঙ্গম দেখে না দেখে তার মূর্তি, সর্বত্র হয় নিজা ইষ্টদেব স্ফূর্তি. This is a very celebrated verse, often repeated. He said this is how we should be. Wherever we see Krishna. And this is true because Isha Upanishad also says, and other scripture says, that Krishna is even in the atom. Like something living or non-living, so as to say, like a stone, because everything is made of atom. Everything that has an atom has Krishna in it, whether inert or movable. So whether a living being, what to speak of a dog, ant, and things like that, everything, sorry bro, okay. So everything has Krishna in it. So what is the nature? Mahaprabhu is saying a pure devotee is such that wherever he sees, he doesn't see it's inert or movable, but he sees stavara jangam dekhe. Whether it's jangam or it's stavar, whether it's moving or non-moving, inert, he sees Krishna. But then Krishna says he is Krishna because Krishna is there as super soul everywhere in living entity or non-living entities. Next. So that's been as Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami always does. He composes his Bengali verse and then he will also back it up with the Sanskrit verses from different scriptures and sometimes composes his own. Then 277 says, রাধা কৃষ্ণ তোমার মহাপ্রেমা হয়, যাহা তাহা রাধা কৃষ্ণ তোমার স্ফুরয়. Because you have Radha Krishna so much of love, so you are just seeing Radha Krishna everywhere. This is nothing in me. He's just going on hammering the point. This is not me. This is your love for Radha Krishna, and that's all. Now let's see what Mahaprabhu Rai Ramananda said. রায় কহে প্রভু তুমি ছাড়ো ভরা ভুরি, মোর আগে নিজ রূপ না করি হো চুরি. He said, oh Mahaprabhu, forget all this talks. Don't, churi means stealing, but here it means don't hide all the truth about yourself. Leave all this. I have heard enough of you. Now you tell me the truth. I'm not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere without telling me the truth. Srila Prabhupada translates, Ramananda Rai replied, my dear Lord, please give up all these serious talks. Please do not conceal your real form from me. রাধিকার ভাবা কান্তি করি অঙ্গীকার, নিজ রস আস্বাদিতে করিয়াছ অবতার. Now he himself is putting the word. No, I purposefully, because it was Sanskrit verse of the same. See, that's what I said. He backs it up with the Sanskrit verses, with the same, like he was saying that the Mahaprabhu is still talking there. How is that okay? You want me to repeat? You want me to go to the verse? 274, 275, 275, 374 I read. That is the Sabora Jangam Dekhe. And then it is backed up with a Sanskrit verse. It's called Sarva Bhuteshu, where everybody, every living entity. You want me to repeat? So now, because Mahaprabhu is not agreeing to reveal himself, so what Rai Ramananda is saying, he himself is saying what Mahaprabhu is, because of course he is a pure devotee, and top of that he is or she is Vishaka Sakhi. So he anyways knows, but he is not saying it. So now he is putting the words in his mouth and saying, okay, this is what I know, confirm it. So it says, Radhikara Angakari, Prabhupada's translation. Rai Ramananda continued, my dear Lord, I can understand that you have assumed the ecstasy and bodily complexion of Srimati Radharani. By accepting this, you are tasting your own personal transcendental humor and have therefore appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now we are getting serious and about who Mahaprabhu is, we are trying to understand here. But before that, one may think, if Rai Ramananda already understood who Mahaprabhu is. Why is he asking a question? But then we will not have any scriptures for us, like Bhagavad Gita. As Prabhupada says that Krishna was put into this bewilderment so that we can understand Bhagavad Gita from the mouth of Krishna. So it's Ramananda Rai definitely knew who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, who Krishna is, and what is happening with Mahaprabhu, what form he is holding right now, you know. But then how will we understand? Even after writing so much, we are not understanding. Without writing, without reading, how will we understand? So he said, I understand that who you are. I can understand. And here also in the Adi Lila, the beginning books, where there are reasons, internal reasons, external reasons why Mahaprabhu appeared. And one of the reason is to taste how his topmost devotee, Srimati Radharani, feels when she serves Krishna, what she gets by serving Krishna. And this could be done only by taking the form of a devotee with the mood of, Radharani. Continuing 280. Nija guro karjo tomar premo asadon anu songe premo moi koile tribhuvan. So he already stated that you have come to taste your own mellows, own humor, it says, or rasa. Is, as I've heard many times, there's no actual English word for ras. So we say mellow and humor. But yeah, ras, if we understand Hindi or Sanskrit or Bengali, the ras. So my dear Lord, you have descended in this incarnation of Lord Chaitanya for your own personal reason. You have come to taste your own spiritual bliss. And at the same time, you are transforming the whole world by spreading the ecstasy of love of Godhead. So here, what we have read in details in the beginning chapters of Adi Leela, that why Mahaprabhu has come, Rai Ramananda has brought it down to two reasons. One is to taste how Srimati Radharani feels while serving Krishna, while pleasing Krishna, and the other, at the same time, while doing it, he is also transforming the entire world. As we know, our movement is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. It's a mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, transforming the entire world. Make everybody say, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because it is this mantra only that will transform each one of our hearts and make us Krishna conscious and make us understand Sri Chaitanya Caritamrta and make us understand the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srimati Radharani. And Srila Prabhupada is wonderfully blessing us through the book. And of course the mantra was given by him to us. So, Jai Srila Prabhupada. So, 281. Apone aile more korite uddhar ebe kapot koro tomar kono bebohar. This is a very intimate relationship. If we are not at this position, we may not understand, or we should not imitate also. And Prabhupada will say that eventually, of course. But he's saying, you have come here. Why have you come here? You have come here to liberate me. Uddhar means to liberate me, to make me free of all the, material bondage. And now you have come here, and now you're not telling me who you are. He is doing little man, like Srimati Radharani, but of course, Vishaka Sakhi. So now you have come here, you have done so much of favor for me to liberate me, and now you're not liberating. But this is not the liberation that we understand from the Mayavadis, the moksha, like, neti, not that. Like, liberate me by making me understand the tattva of Krishna tattva, of Radha tattva, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tattva. So make me understand, don't cheat me. You have come here for a purpose, fulfill the purpose. So Prabhupada writes, 281, My dear Lord, by your causeless mercy, you have appeared before me to grant me liberation. Now you are playing in a duplicitous way. What is the reason for this behavior? See, you are being duplicitous. Don't be. Tobe hashi, this is sweet. Tobe hashi tare prabhu dekhailo shorup Rosharaj Mahabhavo dui akaru. Wow. You wanna please repeat this with me, okay? I'll read and call and response will do. 282. তবে হাসি তারে প্রভু দেখাইল স্বরূপ। রসরাজ মহাভাব দুই এক রূপ। One more time. তবে হাসি তারে প্রভু দেখাইল স্বরূপ। রসরাজ মহাভাব দুই এক রূপ। First we'll read word to word of this verse and then we'll get into translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Tobe hashi. Then what did Mahaprabhu say? So you see, he was stubborn like the gopis. Krishna said when on rasa dance, see how nice the Brahmana Patni were. When he said, hey, why are you here? Good that you feed me. I'm not getting into pastime, but there was a time, if you compare this to that, when Brahman Patnis were advised, go back. Your husbands and your relatives and everybody is waiting, go back. And then they said, you know what, they may not accept us. Krishna says, don't worry, they will accept you. And they're very nice, obedient devotees, they go back. But what happened when the gopis were told, hey, go back, it's night, you have come here. I'm not qualified to talk, but I'm just talking about the philosophy out of it. And they started actually, going back on Krishna, saying, how dare you? First of all, you call us and we come here, and now you're saying we should go back. First of all, why did you call us? You called us, we are here, now we will not go back. So this is the difference between the Brahman Patni and the gopis. If you see on a mundane platform, Brahman Patni is supposed to be more elevated because they were obedient. But if you see, I asked this question from Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, how do we understand it? And then he said, gopis, they knew only what pleases Krishna. And they knew it very, very deeply, very for true, that nothing else will please Krishna than gopis. Brahman Patni didn't know that. So when they knew, and I was recently hearing one more class, don't remember by whom, but yeah, and where they were saying that Radharani, when she went in Man with Krishna being angry, Man, that Krishna is with another gopi, not because she was jealous like a mundane wife or a girlfriend, but because she knew that Krishna can't have the full pleasure with anybody else than Radharani. So when she knows it, and that's why, like when you know this is not for you, why are you doing it? Sort of a thing. Not because that I want you to be with me, I want to enjoy you, and you are going with others. No. It is more like when you know that, I'm going to give you the topmost pleasure, or you are going to have the best pleasure with me, why wasting your time? You better be here. So that's the mood of the gopis. Like even if you want us to go back, even if our husbands don't accept us, our family member reject us, rebuke us, let them do whatever they want. But trust us that you're gonna help the best time only when we are around. So that was the mood. Knowing what is, what will please Krishna the most, they were ready to give up even their family. And that's what, a devotee is. So this is Vishaka Sakhi. Now she can say that, you better not cheat me. This is what I know. And you have come here to liberate me. Now don't do this duplicitous activity. And, what kind of behavior is this? You have come here for a purpose. Suppose you come with a bucket of prasadam and the plate is there. You're standing with the plate and you're not giving the prasadam. What will the other Prabhu who is about to receive the prasadam will say? Hey Prabhu, you have come here. You have the bucket. I'm waiting. I'm hungry for the prasadam. Why have you come with the prasadam if you are not supposed to give it to me? Why did you come at the first place? So this is how Ramananda is saying, you have come here to liberate me, and now you are not liberating me. You are now not telling me who you are. So what will Mahaprabhu do? So he smiles. Tobe hashi. Tobe means then. That's why. Therefore, Tobe hashi. Then he smiles. Who? Mahaprabhu. Tobe hashi. Tare Prabhu dekhailo swarup. Tare means Rai Ramananda. Prabhu is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dekhailo. Showed him what? Swarup. The actual roop. Because and then what are the two roops? There are two roops. Rasaraj. Who is Rasaraj? Yes. And who is Mahabhava? Yes. So not one roop. And if you go beginning, if you have book, if you go the beginning, I will just lift it up. This is the picture, and This is the picture when here sits Rai Ramananda and see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but also Mahabhava, Thakurani, Srimati Radharani, and Krishna, Sham Sundar. So this is there in the plate. You can go back and see the picture. So that's when Shorup, the actual Roop, and the Roop of Rasaraj, Krishna, Mahabhav, Radharani, Dui Akarup. And they are non-different. And they have become who? Loudly. Yes, we have to say it very loudly so that we convince ourselves and we convince others. Translation. Lord Shri Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure, and Srimati Radharani is the personification of ecstatic love of Godhead. These two forms had combined as one in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This being the case, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed his real form to Ramananda Rai. Purport. This is described as Radha Bhava Dviti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. Lord Krishna was absorbed in the feature of Srimati Radharani. This was disclosed to Ramananda Rai when he saw Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. An advanced devotee can understand Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahe Anya, which means an advanced devotee can understand Sri Krishna Chaitanya, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. He is only Radha and Krishna and not anybody else. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being a combination of Krishna and Radha, is non-different from Radha Krishna combined. This is explained by Swarup Damodar Goswami. This is Chaitanya Charitamrta Adi 1.5. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ladini Shakti Rasmat Ekat Manava Api Bhubi Pura Deha Bheda Gatau Tau Bhedam Gatau Tau Chaitanyakhyam Prakatam Adhuna Tad Dvayam Chakyam apta apatam Radha Bhavaduti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. Radha Krishna is one. Radha Krishna is Krishna and Krishna's pleasure potency combined. When Krishna exhibits his pleasure potency, he appears to be two, Radha and Krishna. So Krishna is one, but when he manifests his pleasure potency, which is Ladini Shakti, then he becomes two, Radha Krishna. So if you see Kalachanji is one, but when he wants to manifest the pleasure potency, and why does he manifest the pleasure potency? That also Srila Prabhupada writes, and he actually, it's already repeated, it's second time here, so far I remember, it's there in the previous verse also, one of the previous verse. Why he manifests the pleasure potency? And when Kalachanji manifests his pleasure potency, he becomes Radharani. Otherwise, Radha and Krishna are one. This oneness may be perceived by advanced devotee through the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'll repeat this. For those of us who think, including myself, we can just understand Radha Krishna or Krishna without Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada tells what it is. Otherwise, Radha and Krishna are one. This oneness may be perceived by advanced devotee through the grace of Mahaprabhu. So if we don't understand who Mahaprabhu is, we can pray to Mahaprabhu that please bless us so that we can understand. Because as I go through Chaitanya Charitamrta and hear lectures, one thing I'm coming to understand is, and of course I have heard many times, that at least in Kali Yuga we have no entrance to Radha and Krishna, no get through to Radha Krishna without understanding Mahaprabhu, without having full surrender to Mahaprabhu. You know, being brought up in Bengal, we have heard Mahaprabhu as a saint. So it's very difficult, even more difficult. If you don't know and then you get to know is easier, I would say. But if you know something and removing it and understanding it in different, even more difficult. So we had in growing up, I remember at my, my mama's place, my uncle's place, a big picture of Mahaprabhu calendar, biggest, like life size. But it was a calendar, but we understood him. We saw the aura and the picture, everything same. But we understood him as a saint. Like any saint you would know, like, spotless saint, but still a saint, but not Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when Prabhupada told us that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I beg Srila Prabhupada, may I also get convinced that Supreme Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So whenever we have a doubt, may we all stand in front of Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada and beg for their mercy, so that we get the conviction that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna and not anybody else. This oneness may be perceived by advanced devotees through the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This was the case with Ramananda Rai. One may aspire to attain such a position, but one should not try to imitate the Maha Bhagavat. So we are coming back to the point where Anusharan and Anukaran. It is okay to do Anukaran. It is okay to do Anusharan but not Anukaran. Anukaran is imitating. So that's what Prabhupada is right. One should not try to imitate Mahabhagavat. Who is Mahabhagavat? Srila Prabhupada is Mahabhagavat. Rai Ramananda is Mahabhagavat. But we should not imitate, but we can do Anusharan, that is following. It is okay. One may aspire. Aspiring is okay. We may aspire. Like Ragatmika Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti. NOD describes Raganuga Bhakti, where we aspire to be. And Ragatmika are those who have already achieved. Prabhupada again and again he will say, we cannot become Lalita Sakhi, we cannot become Mother Yashoda, we cannot become all those Raganugas, Ragatmika Bhaktas, but we can become Raganugas. We can aspire a particular mood and aspire for it. We can do Anusharan and not Anukaran. If we try to imitate, we'll fall on our face. Because only we, of course, because at this stage, talking especially for myself, I don't have that much of love. Where I say, it's okay if the family goes for a toss, it's okay if I don't eat, it's okay if I don't drink, it's okay if I don't sleep. If we're still into all this, this is a testimony for us that we are not there. And if we try to act what we are not, if we're a first grade student or a 10th grade student, try to act like a PhD student, what will happen? People will ask you a question. What will happen? You will not be able to answer. What will happen? You will get humiliated. So better act where we are, but we can always aspire to be that PhD student. One day, Krishna, make me qualified. One day, Prabhupada, make me pure, so that I can also get there, because that is the ultimate goal of our life. Krishna Prem, Radha Dasyam. Of course, higher topic. I'm not qualified, but I'm just telling you what's there. And that's why we have scripture, so that we aspire. If we don't have something to look up to, what are we walking? What's our goal? Where are we going? Of course, the journey itself is so wonderful, but we also have a goal where we want to reach, and this is what Prabhupada is giving us these books for. And Rai Ramananda Prabhupada himself is giving us the permission to follow, to aspire, but not to imitate. 8:30, I have not reached till where I want to complete, because Mahaprabhu just started revealing himself. And even if other speakers speak, I'll come back and continue from here, so that, not for you, but for myself, so that I also get very convinced that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna, and Radha Krishna Nohe Anya Mahaprabhu is himself Radha Krishna. So I'll come back to it again, and even if the chapter is over, I need to complete it from 283 onwards, and we will see how Mahaprabhu reveals himself in the section, how many verses ahead. Yeah. And then it will be also glorified, and then actually Mahaprabhu will give instructions to Rai Ramananda after revealing himself, and he will also say, don't talk about it to everybody, because you are mad, I am mad, and that's why we understand each other. Only a mad, it takes one to understand, no one. So only because you understand me and I understand you, that's why I could reveal it to you. But to mundane people, they will not understand it, and they will just make fun of it. And is it Mahaprabhu conscious of his image, excuse me, that people will make fun of him? Do you think Mahaprabhu is conscious of his image? Like, hey, look at Mahaprabhu. Like social media, they'll put it on Facebook and they say Mahaprabhu is this. No. God always thinks for us. Whether it's Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita, so does a pure devotee of Krishna. Always think for us. If we make fun of Mahaprabhu or Rai Ramananda, what will happen? We'll go way back in our devotional life. We'll be thrown back. If we have little bit of if we are advancing, but if we do this, if we commit this offense of Jai Shri Shri Radha Kalachandji. Of thinking, oh, this, what is this? Prabhupada actually in the further purport will say that we have to understand it with the actual we have to understand the philosophy properly, otherwise we'll commit offense. And what happens when we commit offense? It does not do any bad to anybody, but it does to me. I go way down in my devotional life. To stop that, Mahaprabhu will say that do not discuss it with anybody. People will not understand. And this we also see when we are practicing Krishna consciousness and we go and meet our relatives we do not understand. And they will say in Hindi, I hear it and I'll translate it in English again for you. Kya mala 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 karte rehte ho? Like, what are you always chanting, Krishna, Krishna? Like, I remember one of our relatives asked me, who's your Ishtadev? I said, Krishna. She again went on, who's your Ishtadev? I said, Krishna. No, who is your Ishtadev? I said, Krishna. Then she got really tired of asking, and then, other things. So they don't understand this. And they think we are fanatic. So we don't want to get into all this and, make them commit offense and go away from the topmost pleasure of this world. That is Krishna consciousness. So, we don't want to discuss the deep things with them and, let them have their gradual progress. So for that, Mahaprabhu would say, do not reveal this to anybody because they will not understand. You are mad, I am mad, we understood each other. That's fine. So that's Sahajatiya, sorry. Complete. Sahajatiya, like-minded devotees. You discuss things with whom you think they can understand you. Where you are, they are also there somewhat, and you can discuss with them. And then you can get the, then you can adan pradan, you can back and forth, you can do with them and discuss the tattva. Otherwise, it's just waste of time of yours and theirs. Surely for yours. So with that, I pause. I'll come back to it. Because of the time, we had to stop. We will chant this verse, and then if there is anything that you would like to add, please go ahead. But the breakfast time is 8:30, and Gopal Prabhu is making the breakfast. So please decide. This is Antya 12.1. Please chant with me. Shruyatam shruyatam nityam. Giyatam giyatam mudha. Chintatam chintatam bhaktas. Caitanya Charitamrta. O devotees, may the transcendental life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always be heard, chanted and meditated upon with great happiness. So please read Caitanya Charitamrta, hear Chaitanya Charitamrta, glorify Chaitanya Charitamrta and talk about it and discuss about it. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvevacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. If there is anything, I did not end the class. If you want to go for breakfast, I'm just freeing you. If there is anything you would like to correct and add, please go ahead. But I just wanted the first one. Yes, this is 69, Adi Leela, chapter 4. Mahabhava Swarupini, Shri Radha Thakurani. I just wanted that first line. But it also says, Sarva Guna Khani, Krishna Kanta, Shiromani. Jai, thank you so much. Have anything, Prabhu? Or we shall stop and thank you so much. Please pray for me, bless me, so I may continue this. Yes, ma'am. You need a mic? I'll repeat it. Yeah, Anukaran, Anusharan. Yeah. Practical example. So what Prabhupada is teaching us is we are in the path of Anusharan, that is following or aspiring. What Sahajya, Prakritiya Sahajyas are, their Anukaran, their imitation. If you go, they will, one thing is in the beginning I wanted to speak that this Vyasasana is very dangerous, You say things and Krishna will test, and that he is right there, sidelong glance. So you sit here, you talk, moment you're out of this Vyasasana, he is going to test. So I don't want to say anything. I might say you in person so that nobody hears us. But anyway, one more thing I was thinking, sometimes I really think whether I should sit here or not, because literally putting myself into fire. But then I think our movement, Srila Prabhupada, is so merciful. Our movement is not to find fault and say, oh, Mataji was saying such big things and today she is like this. But our movement is we preach each other, not to prove that I'm better than you. But then when I fall, you lift me up. When you fall, I lift you up. This is what our movement is. So I might be saying things, But tomorrow when I don't follow, remind me that I'm not following. And this is what is parasparam. Also, uplifting each other, not to drag one another down and make fun of it. That's not Krishna consciousness. That's not the mode of Srimati Radharani Mahaprabhu or our Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, once, when he was back, one of his disciple had, left the movement and went back to eating things which Prabhupada didn't allow us. And then he came back. He was a good cook, I believe. I don't remember exactly, but I'm just telling you that please take the essence of it. And Prabhupada said, will you cook for me? He was a meat eater by now. Will you cook for me? And if we were there, we will not let him cook for Prabhupada. What to Prabhupada asking? But then he said, yes, Prabhupada. And the other devotees started saying, but Prabhupada, he's a meat eater now. He is not following anything. Prabhupada did not budge. He said, will you cook for me? This is what Prabhupada is. So judging others is definitely not our mood. Uplifting each other is ours, because that's how Radharani, we have been reading about it. Even if Krishna didn't want other gopis, but Radharani wanted Krishna to taste the variety. So with that humility, I would say Anukaran is when you go, you will see somebody dressing like a gopi or a peacock. That would be like more, but not able to follow through the philosophy. They're more into instant, like, let's become gopi today itself. We are like a slow, we will take it slow, we will say, okay, let's see when the Acharya is telling us, when Krishna is revealing to us. But what I understand from the books is like they're instantly, oh, Gopi Bhav is the best, let's become a gopi. Oh, I'm a peacock. But sometimes, we also had this, but eventually, I believe Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, but please go ahead and confirm with other senior devotees, that when we were given our initiation with our naam, with our kanti and our chanting beads, our swarup used to be also revealed to us by the guru. But eventually it was stopped because it was taken very cheap. Like you will be told your swarup, how you are actually supposed to serve in the spiritual world. And that's how you will serve. That was a part of initiation. But then eventually our acharyas stopped. We see we don't have that anymore. And they will tell you that, of course Prabhupada has very specific instructions for specific devotees, but they're very rare. But in general, most of us, we are just given the name and the chanting beads and things like that, and not the swarup, so that it's not taken cheap. So when we take it cheap is what anukaran is, imitation. Like we are instantly become a gopi, instantly become a peacock, instantly become whatever. I was about to say tree, but if we become tree, you cannot do anything. So anyway, so you act on your swarup. So that is anukaran. Like you like somebody, you like a celebrity, and you put exactly their earrings, how they dress, how they do their hair, but you don't work on your skill. The acting part, you don't do anything. You just more of an external anukaran is. And Anusharan is more of internal. Aspiring is more internal. It's a hard work. You may have to give lives to be like Yashodamai. Not be Yashodamai, but like Yashodamaya. Not be Yashodamai, but like Yashodamaya, like Lalita Sakhi, like, any devotee you aspire. That is Ragatmika and Raganuga. We are the Raganugas, Rupanugas. We are Prabhupada. We are following Prabhupada. We are trying to follow the instruction and trying to follow through. Read books and get into the philosophy. That's why I repeat this, and today I did not, so you gave me the opportunity. I'll sing this. Kaviraj Goswami says, Siddhanta boliya chitte na koro alosh, yaha hoite Krishna lage, shrudiro manosh. Why is Kaviraj Goswami saying? Understand the philosophy, and from this you will understand Krishna. Because you see, one more thing, as I'm talking to you, it's just coming more like a discussion. I'm not exactly answering you, I'm just telling you my understanding, that if you understand Krishna through philosophy, even when this body dies, our consciousness will carry Krishna in our heart, in our next body. But if it is, that's what is Anusharan, aspiring. But if you do Anukaran just externally, gopi dress and dance, if it is only external, as the body dies, so will the Anukaran part will, imitation part will also fall apart. But if it is Anusharan, if it is internal, if it is even a verse of Bhagavad Gita or Chaitanya Caritamrta, you will die with it. You will not. We see the Gajendra pastime. It came back to him because it was internal. The deity he was chanting the shlokas to, the deity gave it back in the form of Vishnu when he was an elephant. Even though the body changed, the consciousness didn't change because it was internal. So if it is Anusharan, if it is aspiring, if it is following what Srila Prabhupada is asking us to do, it will, irrespective which body you are in, it will go with us. But if it is Anukaran, if it is just imitation, it will die with the body, even before. Today you understand you are a gopi, tomorrow you will understand a peacock, you will keep switching your roles, ending with nothing in the hand or in the heart. Does it make sense, Madhya? Srila Prabhupada ki